Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm very zoomed in today just because I will be doing a get ready with me. And this get ready with me will be a little bit different because I'm actually going to be providing a review as I get ready of the new products that I've been using. So some of these products you've seen in first impression videos, but I'm gonna be following up with my overall thoughts now that I've had some time to use these products. Some of them are new to me, and some of them are just products that I've just been using. But as I go through each product, I'll let you know what's new and what's old, okay? So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so I picked up my hair, silk scrunchie. If you haven't purchased that during the Nordstrom sale, go ahead and do that because they have a really good deal. You get like, I think it's like 7 or 8 of them in different sizes, so you can try out like a variety pack for a really good price. All right, the first thing I'm gonna start off with is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Liquid Concealer. And I have never tried this product. This is a little sample card that came in an order I had placed for Charlotte Tilbury, where I got that new, gosh, what is that palette? I still have it in the box. Like I said, you guys know I've been super behind and I'm trying to catch up on just like filming all these videos. But the Instant Look of Love in a palette. So I had ordered that and I had chosen that as one of my samples because people have really good things to say about that concealer and I've never tried it. Now, I don't need concealer. I never wear concealer. I don't have dark circles under my eyes. However, what I do have, and I haven't figured out how to properly conceal it, because there is certain days, and I don't know what causes it, I have a green vein that runs under this eye. It's very prominent. I'm sure you guys can see it. Today it's behaving, but there are days where it is like, I'm here. I'm the star today. And so when I've used regular concealers, it helps a little bit, but it doesn't cover the green. So I haven't found, I've tried the color correcting concealers and I just feel like there's none that really exists to cover up like a strong green pigmentation, if that makes sense. Now, I have tried the Tarte Shape Tape and it's okay, but still you can still see the green coming through. So, and I have noticed that I prefer lighter concealers over heavy concealers, which doesn't help me, doesn't help my cause, because I feel like it just looks too heavy under the eyes on me. So let me stop rambling and let's try this out. If you guys are a super big fan of the Magic Away concealer, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. I'm using a beauty blender sponge and I use the tip for concealer and the bottom for foundation. I wash my sponge every other day just because it's just time consuming to have to wash it every day. But I'm gonna go in with number 3 Fair because I'm gonna be using the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder foundation, and that's in 4 Fair, so I want to give my eyes a little bit of a brightening effect. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with number 3, which is the shade right under it. So I'm gonna just wipe that off with my beauty blender, and then I'm just going to concentrate that under the eye. Now, this concealer is much more dry than I was expecting, and I don't know if it's because it's a sample card. I use the excess just to just all over my eyelid, and then I'll just bring it down. And then I'll just blend it out so there's no streaks. And then I'll get the rest of it and dab it on this eye. So if you're asking if you only have the problem in one eye, why do you put concealer in two? Because then they would look uneven. Then you would see a big difference. And so I have to do two. Now, honestly, to add an extra step of concealer is not something that's super important in my makeup routine. So I can easily just go without wearing it. I mean, the green vein, like I said, behaves most days, but there are some days where it's just like, hey girl, miss me? And so on those days, I just, you know, wondered what kind of corrector or concealer do people use. I've Googled this to cover up green veins, and let me just tell you, I haven't really found anything useful up until this point. I'm just kind of spreading that out because I don't want to have streaks. So as you can see, it's helped. But if I get closer, you can still really, you know, see it coming through. So I'm kind of just like, you know, if I have to still look at the green vein, I might as well just not wear the concealer at all, because it's just an extra step I find unnecessary. So next I'm gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation in number 4. You guys saw me doing a first impressions video on this, and I have almost finished using this entire bottle. I have about less than a third left. And so this is how much I use for my entire face. And I will just dab it. Now this foundation is, it is moisturizing, but I have combination to oily skin. And I had actually sampled this at Sephora before I actually purchased it. And I tried it on my hand, and the dry down of this is not matte, but it's kind of like a very soft satin finish, which is nice. It doesn't have a dewy finish. However, throughout the day, it will allow your natural oils to shine through and give you that dewy effect. So my thoughts on this: I like it. I think it's a great product. However, I prefer something that is a little less, not less, but it helps, you know, control my oils just a little bit more, just a smidge more. This throughout the day, it becomes a little too dewy for me, like for my liking. It doesn't look bad, it holds up well. And it, like I said, it's a very good product. It provides you with, I would say, light to medium coverage. I'm sorry about that. My dog is being rebellious today, so you may hear him in the background, and I'm just gonna apologize for that right now. But I can't let him outside for right now. We're waiting to receive some packages, and he scares the FedEx guy when they're new, you know, and they don't know him, they're not familiar with him. He's big, you know, he's sweet, but he's giant. Okay, I've blended this out. for a long enough time. As you can see, it provides light to medium coverage. You can still see my skin through this. You can still see some of the little acne scars. So it's good. I would say it's more, it's a light medium. I wouldn't say it's light coverage. I would consider my Chanel Aqua Lumiere foundation to be light coverage, but I prefer that foundation over the Light Wonder if I had to choose, just because it does a little bit more for my oils. This does have an SPF of 15. I would not trust, you know, wear your own SPF 15. It really ain't gonna do nothing for you. All right, next I'm gonna go in with the Hollywood Contour Wand, and this is in the color Fair Medium. Let's talk about these. So initially, when I tried these, I like them, and I still do, actually. I think it's a great product, and I totally understand why people love this. However, the whole packaging of this is terrible. It makes such a mess. And mind you, mine is clean, sort of, because I use a tissue to open it. But look at that. And so because it makes such a mess, and in that mess, you lose so much product, and there's not a lot to begin with, you know? So honestly, between the mess and all the product you're actually like losing, because this is expensive and you only get 0.41 fluid ounces. Guys, that is not a lot. This is where I'm at. That's how much I have left. That's not a lot. And for the price, I just prefer to use her powder bronzer and not worry about the mess. And it's a shame because this product is actually very nice. I truly love it. I don't have to go over with a bronzer with this. I think that this provides enough color to where I have a mirror here, so just in case you guys see me looking to the side, it's just my viewfinder is small, so sometimes I need a little help. It's a great product. The color's beautiful. The undertone of this product is great. Again, a beauty blender, by the way, in case you guys were wondering. It's just the packaging the packaging is actually so terrible that is really the only thing that deters me from purchasing this product again. Because for the price point, the amount of product I'm losing every time I use it is pretty bad. So I don't want to have that mess in my makeup bag, and I don't want to have, you know, that mess consistently. The product you just waste. It's just a waste. That's all it is. And I'm not down with it, because I can just opt out to use her powder bronzer, which is also amazing, and not have to worry about the mess. You know what I mean? So you see, it's beautiful. It blends out like magic. It's an amazing product. But I think everybody, like all the tutorials I've watched, everybody has the same thing to say about this product. The packaging is terrible, and Charlotte Tilbury just really needs to rethink that. I'm going in with the Pillowtalk Beauty Light Wand Easy Highlighter. Again, this is in the shade Pillowtalk. And I start at my temples and I bring it down. I have a very small cheekbones. So, and I have to twist this product, you know, use it in different ways. I'm gonna do the tip of my nose. again, because it's a hot mess. I'm gonna do just my Cupid's bow. And I have to use it in a very awkward way just to be able to get the product that accumulates around the sponge. And even then, it's just it's a hot mess. I'm gonna go in with the other side of that sponge and just blend it out. But besides that, such an amazing product. Blends like a dream. It's beautiful, leaves a seamless highlight on the skin. Absolutely gorgeous. Could not recommend this product enough. For those of you who are shy to use cream highlighters or cream anything because you have combination to oily skin, this is wonderful. Such a wonderful product. Really, really user friendly. But it's just the packaging. Honestly, if the packaging doesn't bother you as much as it bothers me, then it's not a problem. Next, I am going to go in with my Givenchy Prism Libre powder. This was the holiday edition. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have noticed I posted a reel on this, on how sparkly it is. It's got like red, silver, gray glitter on the top, and you can actually just keep the top when you're done using this, and use it with your other Libre powders. So I know this looks a little weird here and all that, but because I'm gonna set my face, everything will soften up. Now this comes with a little powder puff. However, I made the mistake of, instead of pouring some of the powder onto the cap and using it that way, I shook it, just because I'm so used to using my Bare Minerals original mineral veil, and that's what I do with that. So I'm just gonna use what's left on the cap before I put the puff back in, you know. So this is the current situation. See that? You see that? Let's see if it's gonna focus. Y'all see that? Yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. All right, so I've been using this product for a week now. And the first thing I noticed right off the bat, I'm using my Too Faced Mr. Right brush to apply this. And I'm just grabbing a little bit. The first thing I noticed about this product the moment I started using it, I was a little bit afraid that this particular color was gonna be too light for me. And the color I chose was, great, it doesn't have it. Oh, 3 Violet Rose. Now this limited edition packaging only came in that color, but these Prism powders come in several different shades. There's one for fair skin, one for deep, warm, neutral, cool toned. So they've really expanded their collection, which didn't always used to be that way. I always looked at these powders and that's the only reason I know. And there used to only be 3, correct me if I'm wrong. And then over the years, they started to expand their shade range, which I think is great. I love the powder. It's actually perfect for my skin tone. It doesn't leave like a white cast. I have very, you know, haven't gotten a lot of sun, so I'm pretty white these days. And I'm just using this powder to set all of those cream products I just applied. And it just leaves a beautiful, very soft, very light layer of like a mattifying kind of powder without making your skin look dry or too overly matte, if I'm making sense. Because these products don't completely dry down, which is a problem for me. I cannot wear cream products that do not completely dry down because of my oils. It would be a hot mess. Like, my hair would be sticking to my face, like things will just be like, oh no, gross. So as you can see, my highlight on my nose and the highlight on my Cupid's bow is just very subtle now that I have powdered it. Love this product. The powder is so finely milled. I've never used a powder that has been this finely milled, and I'm going to show you what I mean. It feels, the texture of the powder feels like clouds. So I'm gonna get up. Let me make sure that my camera is going to focus on this, but I'm gonna dip my finger in here. Okay. Do you see the texture? They're like, it's like clouds. It's like clouds. It feels like, it doesn't feel like any other setting powder I've used. The texture is like, that's the best way, it's fluffy. It's fluffy. Just a ball of fluff. That is how finely milled the powder is. I love this powder. I understand why people are obsessed with it. And for it being a loose powder, it doesn't make a mess actually, because once this is closed, the way it locks, nothing leaks out. Nothing. Not a drop. When you open it, the only thing that I do, because usually you're supposed to just put the powder puff in there to prevent any kind of mess, and you know, we've already gone over this, but I just tap it. So I'll get the tip of this and I'll tap the top of it before I open it, and anything that may have like been sticking to the top will just come to the bottom, and then I open it, and then that's it. No mess. Next product we are going to be going in with is blush, and the current blush I'm using is my Chanel Coco Codes blush. This is a limited edition blush that I hauled many moons ago, and I have definitely given it a lot of love. I love this. I sit down to film, and I kid you not, the amount of background noise that happens is unbelievable. I have the lawn guy here. He never comes on a Saturday. His days are either Mondays or Tuesdays. What's happening? You know why? Because, oh, Isabel's filming. Let's just make as much noise as possible. That's what's happening right here. Okay. So I'm just gonna use I digress, a Bare Minerals puff and conceal brush. It's like dual ended, but I'm just using the powder side. And I kind of just mixed all the colors together. And the reason I chose to use this particular blush was because in the summertime, I do prefer something with a little bit more pop, a little bit more color. And so here we are. And this is not a new product to me. Look how pretty. It's very pink. It's very red coral. Right up my alley for summer. Oh, you can't get this anymore. This was a limited edition. I even forgot I had this. I actually was reorganizing my makeup drawers and I found it, and I'm like, oh, I need to use this, and I need to use it now. So we'll blend it out in a little bit. I usually like to blend at the very end with the same brush I used for the Prism powder. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Bare Minerals Gem Nude eyeshadow primer. And this is in Bright and Flawless. This is not new. You guys know I've used this a ton of times. I love this product. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow primers of all time. I have been using Bare Minerals eyeshadow primer since they had the 5-in-1 advanced formula. You guys remember that with the silver top? It was a chunky, smaller tube. They came in like different colors. You can actually use them as eyeshadows as well. And then they reformulated and now they look like this, and they're all like, you know, kind of natural tones. I got a little bit scared when they reformulated it, but actually, bomb, still amazing. Next, we are going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillowtalk eyeshadow quad. And this has gotten a lot of love. Usually when I start using a palette, I will run it to the ground until I will use that thing until it is completely finished. So because I have no more of that prime shade left, I'm actually I think I could just dig it from the sides. I'll just dig it from the sides. I use the prime shade to apply it all over my lid for a base. But honestly, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, if this were to break or something, like, you know, I have this Bare Minerals palette that I've had for decades that I bought off of QVC like 3 years ago. And it was called the Bare Minerals Ready Eyeshadow, but it only had tones that were super neutral, and they are eyeshadows that we all have in all of our palettes, but that it's the shade that runs out first. So a lot of base shades in this palette, and I've given this a lot of love because a lot of times I do run out of that base shade, and this has saved me so many times. So that, I've never seen that come back. It's such a useful palette. I wish that Bare Minerals would have made that part of their permanent collection. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen a brand actually do something like that. To have just one palette with, you know, 5 or 6 shades that are base shades that you just need, that I literally have that palette in my makeup bag at all times, because when I run out of that shade, I know that I can rely on that without a problem. And I'm using my Sigma tapered blending E40 brush to apply that primer shade all over the lid. And just for, you know, that base color. Next, I am going to go in, I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to go in with that pink, that soft pink shade right here. That would be called the Enhanced shade. It is a matte shade. The prime shade is a beautiful satin kind of shimmer. Not shimmer, it's like a little sparkly shade. There's no like chunks of glitter or anything. It's just very soft, as you can see. So I'm going to use this to pick up that pink shade, and I'm going to apply that pink shade all over my lid. So I have been using this Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette, and I love it. I love her eyeshadow formulas. Truly, I haven't come across one that I haven't liked. They're just so nice. They blend themselves, so user-friendly. If you're new to makeup, honestly, if I could recommend one eyeshadow palette for anybody who's new or is afraid of makeup, the lawn guy is now right outside. outside this window. So if you can hear that very loudly, which I'm sure you can, okay? I digress, the show must go on. So I'm just laying that on my lid. See how pretty that is? It's just so nice. And I really have had to basically do no work. No work. And this is a matte shade. So easy, so easy. Next, I'm gonna go in with the eye blender brush from Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm gonna go into that second matte shade, which is the smoke shade. And I'm going to apply that all over my crease. I try to resist when she comes out with palettes because most of the time, you know, they're similar, but I just love her tones. I love those peachy, pink, easy to use, everyday, go-to pink shades. I'm applying that all over the crease and a little bit to the corner. I just love it. I mean, I'm a sucker for those tones. Is there a particular tone or eyeshadow that just gets you every time? You may have it 1,000 times over in your makeup collection, but every time you see a new palette with those tones, you have to give yourself a pep talk. Like, no girl, like you have like 78 palettes with that, you know? You need to just let it go. I did forget to tell you guys what I primed my face with. I had already prepped my face before the video. I used the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 peach extract spray. Love this stuff. I have the watermelon one that I'm gonna use next. It's really nice. I love that it's in spray form. Amazing. All right, next I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Eye Smudger Brush. And I'm gonna apply some of this under my, just tapping off a little bit of the excess here. I'm going to dip my brush in here, and I'm gonna use this to really accentuate the outer corner of the eye, and I'm gonna bring some on the bottom. So I'm just concentrating the color on the outside, and I just bring it halfway. And let's go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Don't worry about the fallout you see. This brush, when I use it in this way, will have a lot of fallout. But I love the effect it gives the eyes. And then just bring that halfway. All right, I'm gonna use my Too Faced Mr. Right brush, and I'm just sweeping away any of the powder that may have fallen out. Beautiful. Okay, final step. I'm going to use the Pop shade, which is the one glittery shade. If you guys aren't familiar with the Charlotte Tilbury palettes, she always has a shimmery pop shade. And this has gotten a lot of love. It does get like this film over the shadow, but that film does not prevent you from using the shade. It does make it a little bit difficult to pick up the color in one sweep. So I kind of just build it up to what I want. It's not heavy chunks of glitter, which I appreciate. It's a beautiful gold, rosy gold kind of pop, and I'm just applying that the inner to center portion of the lid. And I'm doing that with my ring finger. I like doing this with my finger versus a brush because that particular shade is, it's not like Natasha Denona's shades, if that makes sense. Next, I'm gonna go in with the same E40 Sigma brush, and I've cleaned this off a little bit on a towel that I have here. And I'm gonna go into that prime shade, that first one I applied. And we're just gonna clean up the edges here. We're gonna do windshield wiper motions, and we're just gonna kind of clean that up. And let's go ahead and do that to the other eye. And if you've never tried Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows, Pillowtalk is going to be the place I'm going to send you the eyeshadow palette I will recommend first. It is like one of her best sellers. It complements most skin tones. I've actually seen this palette being used on deeper skin tones. Looks beautiful. All right, again, I'm just using this to sweep up any kind of eyeshadow that may have fallen out. Next, we are going to go in with a Tarte eyeliner. And I got this during a Sephora holiday sale last year. And honestly, I don't like this product. So I only ended up using the liquid part of it. It's dual-ended. This side is a pencil. The pencil is terrible. It's really hard. I'm not going through that hot mess. I mean, tugging and rubbing that. No. If a crayon eyeliner does not glide on and you have to work that hard, it's not worth it. You're gonna irritate your eyes. It's gonna hurt. So I will be right back. All right, so I applied the eyeliner off camera because I can't do it on camera. But that eyeliner is terrible. I don't recommend it to anybody. It's even if this part grosses you out, you can just skip over it. Go ahead and fast forward. I'm using my Chanel eyeliner. This is in 69 Clear. I have a nub left, but I'm using this baby to the bitter end. And I'm just using this to brighten the waterline a little bit. Next, I'm going to go in with my Bare Minerals Strength and Length Serum Infused Brow Gel. And this is in the color Coffee. Here are my thoughts. I have been using this for about 2 months now. This is what the wand looks like. It has one of my hairs, my brow hairs on it. It's a plastic wand. I like this product, but I think that it performs better with if you had a pencil and then you went over with this. The formula is very thin. It is much more watery in texture. It does a very good job at really coating every eyebrow hair and giving you that color. But if you're gonna use this completely on its own, and you don't have full eyebrows, you're gonna need that pencil. This does not provide as much pigmentation as the Benefit Gimme Brow, but the formula is nice. But I just think that it works better with a pencil. I have full eyebrows and I don't normally use a pencil. Sometimes I do if I have shed too many hairs, but I still prefer my Benefit Gimme Brow eyebrow gel. So my hunt for the perfect eyebrow gel, none has been able to top the Benefit Gimme Brow. But this is a very good addition if you normally need to use a pencil. This is great on the lashes. It doesn't leave your lashes super hard or crunchy. It just keeps them in place without that crunchy, stiff effect. It just, in my opinion, lacks a little bit of pigmentation. I just think that it needs a little bit more pigmentation, but I don't believe that that's what it was designed for. I don't think that this was designed to be used by itself. I think it was designed to be used with a brow pencil because the formula is so thin and watery in a sense, you know? And correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. What do I know? This is the Bare Minerals Lash Domination Mascara in black. This is not new. So you guys know that I love the Bare Minerals mascara. For those of you who have been following me for a while, I have a lot of these. I like this and the Chanel mascara are my two favorites. So I will apply this and I'll be right back. Okay, mascara is on. Lip products that I will be using today will be my Charlotte Tilbury Pillowtalk lip liner, my Charlotte Tilbury Pillowtalk lipstick, and the Charlotte Tilbury Pillowtalk gloss, just to stick to the theme of this video. You guys, these lip liners are my favorite. This and the Natasha Denona lip liners. Holy crap. They're so amazing. They glide right onto the lips with little to no effort. Highly pigmented. Last a really, really long time. And just the tones. I feel like when it comes to nude lip liners, Charlotte Tilbury and Natasha Denona knock it out of the park. Next, I'm gonna go in with the lipstick. Her lipsticks are one of my favorite formulas as well, because her mattes are a soft matte. They don't make your lips feel overly dry the way that most matte lipsticks do. It's almost like it has a satin finish to it. I believe this one is like a satin finish. And look at this color. I mean, this is like her #1 sold shade for a reason. It's just so pretty. All right, where's the gloss? Okay, I'm gonna go in with her lip gloss, but before I apply it, I just wanna show you the wand. It's a heart. It is a heart. It's a freaking cute or what? So I like to use this gloss with her lipsticks. like the Pillowtalk, like matching them. Pillowtalk with a Pillowtalk lipstick. Now, Formula the gloss is nice, and although the wand is amazing, and like it's cute, it doesn't work in the sense of it makes it really hard to get product out of the bottle. You have to constantly be dipping it in and out. It does have a minty cooling sensation to it, but not like the Buxom glosses. It just has like a nice little soft minty effect to it. Nothing crazy, you know. Does it plump your lips? No, it doesn't. Been using it long enough to tell you it does not. The Buxom ones, I don't use any lip plumpers, but I have used theirs, and there's a slight difference. It does slightly plump your lips, but I don't know. You have to really like that kind of sensation. It bothers a lot of people. So final step, I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Mr. Right brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and, first of all, I like to like wipe away any eyeshadow or mascara residue, and then I kind of just blend everything down my neck, and I blend the blush out a little bit just to soften that up. And my hair is wild today, but yeah, that completes the look. So I just wanted you to see. Perfect go-to everyday palette. It's so user-friendly, and those are my overall thoughts on all these products that I've been using for over a month now, really, because I've been gone for such a long time. If these are any of your holy grails, leave me a comment down below. I would love to know what your thoughts are. Like, what are your favorite products? What are products you cannot live without and can't be without in your collection? I would love to know. I just spit water out because I'm such a lady. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next one. Bye.